Food blogger Biz Vellatini left her corporate life behind in 2020 to pursue her dreams of cooking full-time. Now she has 2 cookbooks and is a full-time content creator, proving that you can eat foods you love while on a weight loss journey.
And Biz joins us now to break down the versatility of her now viral skinny pizza dough. Were you surprised when this went viral?
It took a while. Yeah. I wrote it in December of 2017 when Weight Watchers said Greek yogurt was 0 points. So everyone was throwing Greek yogurt in every recipe.
Yes.
But the one was like 2 ingredients, flour and yogurt put it together and it's a dough. But it didn't taste good. And I had to add so much more flour to make it work. And I was like, there has to be a better way. So literally all we're doing is adding some yeast and salt and flour. This is just self-rising flour.
Okay.
You can use regular flour too. We also have gluten-free flour. You can do it just 1-to-1.
Okay.
The gluten-free just doesn't roll out as well.
And then like an almond flour or anything like
don't
that?
do that.
No?
I just stick with the flour. You're already putting the Greek yogurt in there, so be happy.
The almond just makes it really dense, and it's not that good. So here's the Greek yogurt, and then we're adding water. That is it. And you kind of want to start slow with the water.
Okay.
It's going to absorb eventually.
Well, where's the yeast?
It was in here.
in there.
Yeah, it was in here. I had the flour, the salt, and the yeast in this deli container right here.
Oh, okay.
And
so
then,
was it self-rising yeast? Or
no, just active yeast. This is what I use. Get it in the jar because it's a lot cheaper this way, and you just keep it in your refrigerator. You can keep it in your freezer too. 1 1/4 teaspoons is the equivalent to one of those like square packets when you get 5 and 3. This is a lot cheaper. So do that.
Yeah.
So once this is all mixed up, it's going to go in your refrigerator, or actually I put it in my microwave. But if you're weird about keeping yogurt out, you can slow rise it in your refrigerator for 24 hours. I kind of just put it in my microwave. So if I make it at night, I just put this in the microwave. It rises overnight, and in the morning I just put it in the fridge. It's good up for 7 days.
You're not turning the microwave on though, right?
No.
Okay, just want to be clear.
And I keep a really cold house, so that kind of like just keeps it so it can actually rise and everything.
Can you freeze that then afterwards too?
You sure can. And then I suggest either defrosting in your refrigerator, like morning of, take it out or maybe a couple hours on the counter.
Got it. Okay.
But in the summertime, you want to be careful about that. So to make Cheez-Its, I have 4 ounces of the dough from here, and butter.
Okay.
And cheese.
And that's it?
That's it.
What kind of cheese? Just cheddar
sharp
cheese?
cheddar. You can
sharp cheddar?
Yeah, extra whatever you feel like.
Okay.
And then you want to get you don't have to have this mat, but this is actually for sewing. But I like the squares on it.
Okay. Yeah, it makes it easier, right?
So then we just kind of mix this together. And the best part about this is that you'll notice some of the crackers, some are thinner, some are thicker.
Yeah.
So some are like crackery, some are more cheesy. So it's like you just never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to bake it in a 375-degree oven.
Okay, so for someone who's not familiar with making pizza dough, how is your skinny pizza dough different from a regular pizza dough?
It's lower Weight Watcher points because the protein brings down the Weight Watcher points.
Oh,
so basically, this makes one. This is actually one dough. I just separate it in 2 so it has room to rise. Okay. But yeah, it's because of the protein in there. It's usually 22 ounces risen is how much this is, which makes it 1 Weight Watcher point an ounce. I usually use 5 ounces for an individual pizza, and that's plenty for me.
Oh, wow, that is great.
Yeah, and you can put anything else you want. What's going to get you is obviously the cheese is high in Weight Watcher points and stuff like that, but you can balance that out with your other meals of the day. So if I know on Party Pizza Friday, I have pizza every single Friday. If I have that, then I know I'm going to have like a lower point breakfast and lunch to counterbalance it.
Yep.
And that's the thing. You can make everything work. You just have to make it work. You know, I mean, when I think of when I worked downtown, in my corporate job, I could, stop everywhere, 18 different places on my walk from the train. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a muffin here. That was like my pre-breakfast. And then I was like, maybe the lobby of my building had something there too, and that would be something else, and all that stuff just kind of adds up.
Starts adding up, very much so.
So it depends on how thin you want them. And then basically I just take this, and it's got like this is like a pastry roller, pastry roller. Yeah. And then you can I just cut off the edges, just kind of make a square.
Oh, this is great, because my kids love Cheez-Its, and they're just full of processed junk.
Right. I mean, this is so simple ingredients, and you could re-roll this right here. Yeah. And then since I've got my markers here for my 1-inch.
See, there you go.
But you don't have to have this. Obviously, you can just eyeball it, and it's rustic. No one's, life doesn't have to be perfect.
So we were talking about how you can eat, but still be on your weight loss journey, because I don't want to say diet.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's the thing is like making it a lifestyle and not a diet, because I think, you know, we all grew up in the 70s and 60s, 70s, 80s.
Fat-free, sugar,
fat-free, everything, the Olestra, all that stuff. And it just kind of got ingrained in our brains that once you start a healthy journey, that it has to be like tasteless or so rigid, and you can't enjoy all the foods. And I realized that in order to sustain this, I need to eat the way I like to eat. I don't eat a lot of vegetables. I try, but you know, it's like if I get it maybe half a cup a day, that's fine. And then people are like, on the Weight Watcher app, they're like, oh my God, I've just had my third salad and I can't do it anymore. I was like, then don't do it. You know?
So are both your cookbooks helping people kind of eat healthier but still like they want?
Exactly.
Okay.
And the second cookbook, Cooking for One, also has a QR code in there. So the Weight Watchers program changes every 2 years, but the code is evergreen. So if it changes 4 years from now, whatever what program is, it'll still track to your Weight Watcher app for whatever the points are.
And you can testament to this because you say you've lost 40 pounds in the last 2 years.
Exactly. And doing it slowly, I was always looking for my birthday's in March, and every January I was like, I'm going to lose 20 pounds by my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
That never happens.
Never works.
No. And so if it didn't, then I gave up because it wasn't working, and I'd eat whatever I want for days, weeks, and months before getting back on track. And what did that do? So ditching the timeline of how long it was going to take, and that year in 2022, I only lost 8 pounds by my birthday. But I kept going.
Yeah.
And 8 pounds.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I've been maintaining that for now like a year and a half.
That is amazing.
That is amazing.
These are really good too.
All right, so for more information, visit My Busy Kitchen, BIZZY, kitchen.com, or follow My Busy Kitchen on social media.
Fantastic.
Thanks so much, guys.
We appreciate it. Great. All right, coming up, high quality runway shows, marketplaces, and events.